What's up? Want to see something cool? Oh, I almost dropped this. Alright, see this cube over here? Check this out. Ooh. Nice, huh? What? It's back. Hi, I'm Mir. Alright, let me show you some cool Rubik's Cube tricks. Now, this cube is a little harder to see in the light because the yellow side and the white side look very much alike. Hey, you can see my face. This cube is more noticeable. So, I'm going to show you guys how to do some cool Rubik's Cube tricks. You can do this with any kind of Rubik's Cube. Preferably, you want to have this pre-solved, or look up a tutorial on how to solve it online. There is a ton. You can find a bunch. It takes a little bit to learn the algorithms and whatnot, but it's not that hard. Now, this is what we're going to do first. The trick that I just did. It looks like this. It alternates the front and back colors so that you get like a little pattern like this. It's like a ring and an X on every side. Now, the way to do that is you take, well, there's a couple ways to do it. You want to take either both the left and right side or the middle. Let's do the middle. Take the middle and then push it back, push it to the back. So, middle twice. Turn it this way. Take this middle again and do this again. And you have one part complete. You also have the back part complete, but you don't have this entire area over here complete. In order to do this, you just turn it to the side, any side, and then you want to get this part on the other side. Voila! There you have it. Cool patterns. And to bring it back, you just have to do the same exact thing you just did. It doesn't have to be in exactly reverse order. You just have to take the middle, push to the back, turn it, take this middle, push it to the back. Then you have this and this complete. You just have to complete this over here. Turn it like this, turn it like this. Now, one important thing to remember about Rubik's Cubes is that if you turn a piece over and over again, it will revert back to its starting state. Let me explain what I mean. You see this right piece over here? I can turn it once, twice, thrice, fourth, and it's back to normal. This is pretty simple, but this also counts if you do something like this, 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 this. See, I'm doing the same exact thing over and over again. And then it's back to normal. Right now its starting state is complete, so that means if you have like a meshed up Rubik's Cube and then you do that over and over again, it's going to get back to its original meshed up state, but it's not going to turn back to normal. If you want it back to normal, you're going to have to actually look up a tutorial on how to solve one. So you can make your algorithm as complicated as you want, and by the end, it'll come. And as long as you keep repeating it over and over, it'll come back to its original state. Okay, here's another cool trick. Watch this. All the middle parts have been replaced. See that? Nice. But everything else is completely fine. Now let's bring this back and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so there's a couple ways to do it. One is you can rewind and watch what I just did. Another way is take the middle part, right? Push it to the side once, turn. Take the middle, push it to the side once, turn. Take the middle, push it to the side once, turn. Take the middle, push it to the side once. There you go. And there you have it. Now, if you want to bring it back, here's how you do it. You want to look at the left and right pieces of any of the sides. It doesn't matter which side. Let's start with this side because we're here. Now, the left and right pieces are wood pieces. You want to bring the wood pieces to where the wood center is, and the wood center is over here. So, let's forget these two left and right pieces because you can't, I mean, if you do that, then you'll just move the entire wood center. That wouldn't work. See? You do this, but it's like, whoa, that didn't work. So you kind of have to turn it sideways. Well, yeah, turn it sideways so you get the left and right pieces over here. These left and right pieces you can move over here. So you move this piece up and move this piece up. Next up is these two pieces. There's something wrong. They shouldn't be there. There's a purple piece here and there are the purple pieces there. So let's move these pieces down, down. Over here, blue pieces. What are these blue pieces doing here? They should be over here. So let's move this over here, this over here. And lastly, well, this part is pretty simple. Wood, 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 boom, boom, and you have it. Okay, so there are other cool tricks you can do with these. Let's see. Let's try another one. Let's take this right side, push it twice, turn it, take this, push it twice, turn it, twice, turn, twice, weird, turn, twice, ooh, turn, twice, 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 and now we have a mix of two different patterns. We have all of these four sides complete, but on this side, it's like a little eggshell pattern. On this side, checkerboard pattern, not eggshell. Checkerboard pattern, another one, another checkerboard pattern. Checkerboards on both sides, but all the other sides are totally normal. If you want to be a little more freaky, you can do something like this and be like, oh look, checkerboards on both sides and then straight lines on the other sides. Now, if you do like this further, then you can make another interesting design where you have checkerboard, checkerboard, and then line, and over here, perpendicular line. That one might have been a little bit more complicated, but that's fine. We're gonna go back to checkerboard. And how do you turn this back to normal? Well, I guess I'll quickly go over how I did what I just did right now. It's the same idea of the trick where you were making the original checkerboard patterns. You just move this to the other side, this to the other side, and then this to the other side, and this to the other side. You're basically solving this side. Oop. Okay, let's fix this. Now, we want to bring it back, right? So, if you remember, we gotta do the algorithm again. And it's back to its original state. Okay, now let's try something else that's a little crazy. So, we're gonna do what we just did last time, except instead of doing all four of the edges, we're gonna do 1, 2, 3. So, what I mean is, we'll take this, flip it twice, take this, flip it twice, take this, flip it twice. And you have a nice little hut. Everything else is a little bizarre, but that's fine. We're gonna do it again. And we have back and forth, and this design, remember this? Should be somewhat familiar, but it's alright, let's keep doing it. and you're back to normal. What if we do it a little differently? What if instead we do left, right, and then up? Left. I said left. There we go. Left, right, then up. After doing that twice, we get a plus pattern on both sides, a full pattern on the front and back, and lines over there. Now, I don't remember which way was up when I was originally doing this, but it doesn't matter. We can just have some fun and discover. So it wasn't that side, most likely. Might have been this side. There you go. Got it. Let's try this. We're going to take this left side and this right side, move them both down once, and then take the center and turn that twice. Then take this new left and right, move it down once, take the center. Well, before we do that, we have another cool pattern. We got a plus over here, we got the lines over here, we got an H over here and over here. But anyways, and another plus in the back. We're going to do that again. Take the left and right, bring it down. Actually, just by doing this, we can make another pattern where we have H's on all the sides, and then a full side on left and right. Where was I anyways? There I was. Well, I guess I was technically over here, but no big deal. Bring these down again, move the center twice. Now we have ourselves back to our original state. You can also combine multiple different tricks, like for example, you can do that trick where you make the design, the checkerboard design, and then you can do the center trick. Now you have sort of a semi-checkerboard with different centers. And to bring it back, bring them back to their original centers by doing the same thing that I was telling you about the sides. Make the sides match. Whoop. Oh wait, no, you should make the sides match to the opposite side, not the original side. Which, this isn't that hard to solve. We can fix this again easily. In fact, we'll do it right now. We'll just do that to get it in some other random position, and then we want to get this over here. Because this isn't what the side's over here, you want to make sure it's the same as the corners, I guess. So we get, actually, we're not moving this over here, we're moving this over here. Over here, and then we want to get the greens over here. And then we move this. And we're back to the checkerboard. Time for another trick. This one's not much of a trick, this one's just you being really mean to your friends or your enemies. This is something you can do to really mess up your friend's Rubik's Cube. It's not a permanent mess up and they can easily fix it, but it's just really mean to do. And, you know, I can't tell you whether or not you should be doing this to your friends, but here's how you do it. First get the cube, and then turn the top area, the top side, 45 degrees. Then, this piece over here, the center piece that's like right in the corner, you can use your thumb and just pull it open, right? And then turn this upside down, or the other way, the wrong way, and then put it over here, and then push it back down. Now, here's what this does. This makes the cube impossible to solve. Like, there's no way it can be solved. It just cannot be solved. Unless you fix this corner or fix any other corner. So the way to solve this is to just do the trick again, but it doesn't matter where you do the trick. Like, right now, there's just no way you can move this piece over here and this over here. There's just nothing. There's no way. It just won't work. But, I mean, if you want me to prove it to you, I'll prove it to you really fast. Like, just mixing it up, whatever. And then I'm going to solve it really fast. Or, well, as fast as I can in this angle, in this position. Now, if they're solving using the beginner method like I do, which I was just doing, this is the point when they realize that the cube is impossible to solve. Because over here you're supposed to either get a cross or an L or a line or, well, no, maybe, no, well, okay, basically, this is not one of the configurations that you're supposed to have. Like, having like this and an empty spot over here. That just isn't one of them. So at this point they're like, I don't know what to do, and then they keep doing the last part over and over and over again until they realize that it's futile. But let's keep doing it anyways and see what happens. So in the end, you finally reach back to this. See, this is the only, like, you have another random set of pieces that aren't working. Like, it's not the original, I'm pretty sure this isn't the original piece I flipped, but whatever the case is, you're gonna get a piece flipped when there should be no pieces flipped. But that's fine, because as long as one other piece is flipped, it suddenly becomes possible to solve this now. It just means, oh, doesn't mean that much. It's kind of just, and there you go, it's solved. See? So it's a dangerous trick to do because then your friend can't ever solve it, but if they figure out what's wrong, then you just have to flip any one original piece back. Don't do this with the corner pieces, that's, you know, a little bit more mean. And yeah. I replaced the original stickers on this with like more reflective, pretty stickers, which is nice, don't get me wrong, but like sometimes I can't tell what side is yellow and what side is white. I mean, in this light setting it's fine, but sometimes when the room is darker, these two look, I mean, yeah, you can tell the difference now, but when the light setting is darker, these two look very much alike. It's infuriating. What? Eggshell. Splattered egg. Alright, so once we've got the checkerboard again, we can do the same thing that we did to get the checkerboard to bring it back to its original state. And there we go. So, here's what I recommend. Take your Rubik's Cube in its default state. If it's not in its default state, if it's all mixed up, then you should go online and look up how to solve it. Like, really, honestly, I really doubt that you're gonna just move pieces here and there and here and there and here and there and just magically find the solution. You need to look up some guides, learn how to use algorithms and such, and at least start from the beginner method and then work your way up to more complicated methods, and maybe one day you'll solve it in like 8 seconds. I mean, my record is like a minute and 10 seconds, and that's with, I mean, that's using just the beginner method. But, you know, you can get better. So if it's already solved, then play around with it. Try to find new ways of doing stuff. Remember the whole idea I told you about if you do the same thing over and over again, repeat the same algorithm over and over, you'll get back to the original state? Try coming up with crazy random algorithms and then doing them. Like, if you do this and this, no wait, if you do like this and this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then this, like about 107 times, you get back to what it originally was at. I think I messed it up. Oh, whatever. Anyways, play around with your Rubik's Cube. Play around with your Rubik's Cube. Try to solve it. Well, instead of trying to solve it, look up an algorithm on how to solve it. And once it's solved, then create cool designs, impress your friends. Yeah. Bye.